Right now, it's just a few days before Father's Day, and dads, we gotta get that dad bod in shape, right?
Well, guys, you do not have to be scared away
Nope.
because you can work out with the dad bod, and this is also a great workout.
Yeah, this is, we're talking about Pilates. I went down to Pilates in Kansas City to learn more and work on my own dad bod a little bit.
I need to know, why are Pilates good for guys?
Pilates is so great for guys. Pilates was created by a man.
By a guy?
By a guy. Joe Pilates, guy's guy, bodybuilder, gymnast, a martial artist, boxer. I mean, he did it all. And he took his knowledge of all of those disciplines and his knowledge of anatomy and created the Pilates method.
Okay.
And the Pilates method basically counteracts how we walk about in the world. So if you're a golfer, if you are someone that likes to run, these really high impact activities, Pilates takes you into a low impact movement method that gets you long and strong, flexibility, spinal posture, and really works on creating balance in the body.
Excellent. Well, we're doing 3 different exercises today, so kind of like walk us through this first exercise that we're gonna do.
Sure, and today I have with me a couple gentlemen that come into the Pilates of Kansas City studio, Scott and Chris, and they are wonderful and are going to show us some exercises as well.
Excellent.
So I'll have everybody go ahead and lay all the way down on your mat. These first few exercises really talk about core isolation. So this first exercise is called single leg stretch, and I'll have you guys draw your knees into tabletop. So knees in line with hips, that's all it is. They're already having to activate their low ab muscles to hold on to this position. They're gonna lift their head, neck, and shoulders up and look into their core, creating nice, safe space for that neck. And they're gonna take their right leg, keep it bent in, take those arms around your right leg, back behind your leg. And then extend the left leg long, perfect. And then we switch the legs. It's switch and switch. So we're taking nice inhale here and then exhale. And we can pick up the pace even. It's switch and switch and switch for 5. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees in. You can lower all the way down. So we're really isolating that transverse abdominals. So Pilates, we like to really talk about that low, very deepest layer of abdominals and really getting away from thinking about the core as just the front. It wraps all the way around to the back.
And in a bit, more stretches and more moves for dad. It's going to focus more on that core and the quads. Belinda?
Welcome back to Better Kansas City. Okay, Bill, you went to a Pilates studio, so I know that you did more than just one exercise.
Yeah, that's right. Courtney, she put us through the ringer. She walked us through several different moves, and now we're going to focus more on stretches and moves to tighten up that dad bod, really strengthen that core. My dad bod.
All right, the gentlemen now are going to show us some bridge work on your back, and this exercise is so great. You can do it at home, especially for golfers. It really works on hip stability, mobility, and really kind of adding more dynamic movement into your exercise. So we're working core muscles, quads, everything. So guys, I'll have you bring your feet up and place them onto the mat. Your arms are gonna stay nice and long. And we're just gonna lift the hips up. Press the hips up towards the ceiling, good. So we're thinking about lengthening nice and long through the front of the leg and pressing into the mat. And then now we slowly lower down. Our upper back touches first, mid back, and then all the way down to the bottom, good. Again, we're gonna press lift, good. Lift long through those knees, and then slowly lower all the way down. We're gonna add a little advancement. So we're gonna press up, lift all the way up to the top. This really works some hip stability. Bend that right knee in, extend the leg up to the ceiling. Let's lower the hips down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Last time. Bend that right knee in, place it onto the mat, and then carefully lower all the way down. All right, so let's bridge the hips up. Let's finish off on the other side. Let's bend the opposite knee in, extend it up to the ceiling. We lower the hips down an inch, up an inch, again down, pressing evenly through all 4 corners of the foot. Last time. Bridge the hips up nice and high, bend the knee in, place that foot onto the mat, send the hips up high just one last time, and then lower all the way down.
Did you see those fashionable socks I was rocking? Pilates socks is what I like to call them.
I mean, I wasn't too focused on the socks. What I would like to say is you got some flexibility there. He's got his high kick game strong.
That's right. A lot of practice there. In the next half hour, we're going to be working on some moves to improve balance. And the good news is you can do all of these at home. And welcome back to Better Kansas City. It's not me working out there, but I was doing some of those moves. And right now, we're getting ready to head back down to Pilates at Kansas City, where I continue to work super hard on my dad bod.
Well, Bill, you're going to have to show me some of those moves after because they looked awesome. But, you know, what moves are you going to show us this time?
All right, so check this out. This time, we're going to work on moves that help improve your balance while stretching out your back and arms. So check this out.
So next up, the guys are going to show us a little bit of active stretching. Pilates is wonderful for stretching and incorporates stretching all throughout the exercises, but this specifically is on the foam roller. Most people have access to a foam roller, so whether you have one at home or at your gym, you can access one there, or if you have a yoga mat, you could roll it up. It'll kind of provide the same kind of sensation, or even a towel. So what the guys are going to do first is they're going to take their hands onto the mat beside them. They're sitting towards the edge of the mat. And then they're just going to carefully lower themselves all the way down until their head meets the foam roller. You can make adjustments. So your feet are creating a base and your arms are down right now just to kind of stabilize. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the guys lift their arms up, reach up towards the ceiling. So already you can feel your shoulders rooting into and around the foam roller. And we're going to take those arms and we're going to alternate. Bring one arm back and then press the other arm forward. Good. Again, reach up and then switch. Our core, their cores are already working to maintain this balance. So that's always there for our Pilates exercises. We're stretching through the shoulder. And then now we're gonna take both arms up and do the same thing, only both arms go back. And then they reach forward. Good, so we're really getting some flexibility to the shoulders. Pilates really focuses on those tight areas, especially for men. Tight into those shoulders, into those necks. And then lastly here, let's reach those arms up overhead, flip the palms to face you, face into each other, and then open the arms into a chest fly. Open out, and then reach forward. Good. You can add weights here. The first time doing these exercises, I would recommend doing them without weights just to kind of sense how your shoulder feels with the stretch. And then you can add up to 1 to 5 pound weights. Last few here, open out, draw back in. Last time. Bring the arms back up and in. Let's go into some circles here. So reach those arms back like we started before, and then open out. Good, reach back. Okay. Open out and forward. So these are for a lot of exercises good for swimmers. I mean, you can see that these kind of mirror, you know, the type of technique that you might have in a specific swim stroke, and really getting a nice stretch without the heavy weight, and allowing gravity of the little foam roller levitation that it gives you to really let you stretch out. Let's do one more here. Bring the arms all the way up, and then we'll place them all the way down onto the mat, and you guys are all done.
So, you know, my take on Pilates here, it's a really good set of exercises for men, and totally would recommend it, fellas, that you get out there and give it a try. Plus, but aside from like the physical, you know, benefits of it, from the stretching and the working on the core, it was so peaceful just to kind of lay down there. I mean, normally, like, you know, when us guys go to the gym, we want to hit the weights and do all that He-Man stuff, you know, but like just like a little bit of relaxing stretching was very peaceful.
Well, it's not just good for the guys, but no. I would say that, you know, ladies, take your father. Do it for Father's Day. That'd be so fun.
It'd be a fun little trip. So check out Pilates. It'll be, yeah, like I said, good stretching. All right, to